Perfect. So without further ado, guys, hello. Thank you very much for being here on this Monday. So today we're going to be diving into how to master your marketing. I put together a slideshow so we can get through everything concisely. And then at the end, we're going to have some time for a Q&A. So if you had any extra questions that maybe is specific to marketing or anything with social media related, then we can answer it there. But I just kind of wanted to brain dump at first. So, a small introduction to who I am. Again, my name is Victoria Harper. I've been a travel agent for almost 2 years, or a little over 2 years now. And along the way, I've become a travel trainer, and I've mostly grown on social media. I recently just moved back to New Jersey, but when I lived in Pennsylvania, I lived in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania. There was not much vendor shows or marketing opportunities. So, for the first 2 years of my business, I mostly grew on social media. I started with Instagram, and now I'm growing more on Facebook. So today we're going to be going over a little bit of both. And although sometimes I feel like I'm going to be underestimated for a little bit looking on the younger side or being part of Gen Z, I feel like marketing is my strong suit, and this is where I can shine, and it's what's helped me grow my business. And I can also help share with you guys how to master your marketing. So today we're going to talk about what to post on social media. We're going to talk about the consumer tactics and growth tactics, and then we're going to dive into content planning. That's where the brain dumping is going to happen. We're going to talk Instagram and Facebook strategies, and then at the end, just regular daily, consistent social media management. So first, let me ask you guys, who here has been a travel agent for a little under a year or less than 2 years? Give me a one in the chat box. Tanya says one. Emmy says one. Lay's been here. Okay. Tara, 2 months. 2 months. Tara, you're doing amazing, by the way. Everyone's doing amazing. Congratulations on starting this journey. Allow me to dive into some of the basics. First, let's see, how does everyone feel with social media? For me, for example, coming into the business, I was like, I don't do social media. I don't like social media. I'm not a social media person. Can I see, is anyone like that? Give me a two in the chat box. Christian said nervous. Tanya says me, Angeline me. I hate social media. I'm okay. I love that mindset, Sarah. And Shannon, I was the same way, okay? Allow me to dive into some of the benefits and other reminders because social media really is such a powerful platform, and the main beauty of us working remote is for us to tap into that and master that. So, reviewing some of the benefits of social media is that remember, with Facebook and I believe Instagram, maybe other platforms, you are able to monetize yourself. So, that's how you're going to be able to make an extra source of income just by you doing your daily business routines and growing on social media. Also, social media gives you the ability to review and improve your reach and engagement. So, consistently, every week, maybe every day, sometimes depending on where I am, at least once a month, I'm checking in with my engagement. I'm checking my professional dashboards. That way, I can see where I'm struggling, where I'm growing, what's working, what's not working. That way, you always have that option to review what's working and grow from it. With social media, you can also hit your target audience. It's how you can analyze data insights. So exactly what I was just saying about seeing what's working, what's not working, see who your clientele is, and then improve your strategies to market to this clientele. It's also how you get global reach. So you're not just limited to one like little community. Perfect example how I was when I first started my business. I was in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania, and I knew I didn't really like social media. And then when I started to grow naturally in my local community, I felt like that there was limitations. And I was like, okay, now social media doesn't sound so bad. And it's how I've been able to book clients from California or clients from Texas or clients from Vegas, even though I live in New Jersey/Pennsylvania. Some other reminders that I wanted to touch upon before we dive in is to remember that no matter where you are with your social media, okay, don't hold yourself back because remember, these are the beauties of social media. If you want to reach the thousands of people who are going to Walt Disney World every day or the thousands of people who are going on a cruise ship every single day, don't limit yourself. You have to market yourself to reach those type of clientele. So as you're about to start growing, remember that everyone starts at zero. Don't be a silent agent. Always advocate for yourself. Introduce yourselves in groups. A perfect example is like as I was starting my business, my first year and a half or two, I did exactly this, right? I didn't use Facebook, and then I started to use it every day, and I was starting at zero. From there, I was marketing myself, showcasing my value, and at a certain time, there were some people who were still booking vacations even without me, friends who have noticed my business, etc. However, don't let that discourage you. Remember exactly what I'm saying. Everyone starts at zero, and don't be a silent agent. At that time when that was happening, I took the advantage to leave a comment and say something like, "Have a magical adventure. Please keep me in mind for your next adventure. I'd love to be a valuable resource planning your adventure or planning your vacation." You create a small hook and you leave that comment, and maybe they don't reply right away, but perfect example, a year later, this is the client who I'm working on this week. She actually contacted me back and she was like, "Hey, I remember you left a comment about how you're a travel agent. I see you're growing your business. I want to go to Africa. Can you help me?" And from there, because I attend other trainings, I locked in that booking, and that's exactly how you're going to grow your social media. So don't be a silent agent. Anytime that you see anyone traveling, or if you want to market yourself, don't be hesitant to do so. The more that you show people your services, who you are, what you're good at, the more that they're going to recognize that, oh, wow, Angeline is the expert with cruises, or Kristen is the expert with maybe Jamaica travel, right? Now, that's going to go hand in hand with staying consistent because with your algorithm, whether you're just posting something every day, or leaving a comment on five different people's pages once a day, maybe even just posting something on your stories, right? The main importance is staying consistent and engaging. There's some days where I don't post on social media, but yet I'm still engaging, leaving comments on other people's posts, engaging back on my posts, right? Because that is how think of the algorithm as like something that you're feeding. Okay. The more that you feed it, the more it's going to be in favor for you. If you kind of just leave it alone and you are a silent agent, you don't do much with it, right? Then your social media is not going to favor you. They're not going to push you out to these other people, the people who you need to get in front of. So another thing with social media is that you get to control your audience. If there's any negativity, or if you, for example, if you have someone from back in the day on social media and that's what's hindering you from fully marketing yourself and showcasing your value, talking about travel, talking about your services, really unlocking the full potential of your business, delete them. They're not going to be worth your time. And even if you don't delete them, right, don't worry about them. As you grow your business, uh, there is a saying that I like to hear all the time. What is it? That clients become friends quicker than friends become clients. So sometimes you may have to grow your social media, and even if you don't think that friends are supporting or friends are supporting, there's a tons of strangers who are waiting to support you. So you get to control your audience, make sure you get to those right people, you control the negative people. And then lastly, remember that social media is supposed to be fun. Don't worry about the likes or if anything's getting actual improvement from what it looks like. What's most important is checking that insights, is you staying consistent and then checking that insights. Because even let's say that there's maybe two likes, and then the next week there's only three or four likes. But each week there's more views. You're getting 200 views the first week, and then the second week you're getting 600 views. So that's more about how many people are coming across your page and visually seeing what you have to put out, whether that's like travel deals or travel insights, anything that makes you the expert. You want to grow the views, and then from there the engagement will come too. Sharon asks, do you keep your socials private? I feel uncomfortable putting on public. Advice on this. I love this question, Sharon. So actually, when I first started my business, I was also, again, I was very private. I was like, I'm a very private person. Still, to this day, I keep Snapchat to myself or anything like that. I just only have Facebook and Instagram for my business. For my personal page with Facebook, I did go public because remember in the beginning, I didn't use Facebook. So when I did master Instagram and I was like, all right, let me move to Facebook. It was all business. So I was basically self-approving everything I posted. Before you go public, we're going to dive into this real quick. Whenever you do feel ready, remember going public has its benefits. You're going to be able to still choose what post you just want for friends to see, what post you want the world to see. And also, this is how when anyone comes across your page, they can see that you're a real travel agent. So we're going to dive deep into this a little bit. But for my advice, I like it a lot. I was afraid to go public, but since I have, it's been nothing but growth, more clientele, more success for my business. Um, what you're really maybe worried about is what to put out there and what you're worried for the world to see, which we're going to dive into a little bit. So, the next thing is okay. Now, what do I post? We're going to take it back. There's a few different steps to my brain dumping. The first one is taking it back to the basics. Remember that social media is to be social. So, kind of what we were talking about earlier, the algorithm and engagement. This is going to be important for you to, the more that you're consistent, the more that you're feeding it, the more the algorithm is going to favor you. I'm going to show you guys the professional dashboard here in just a few moments when we switch over to, I'm going to show you my social media pages. That way you can see it too. Actually, just to show you a quick, if you guys can see it on your phone, if you want to pull up on your Facebook, go on to your page, and then right here, the blue button, if your business page is, or personal page, sorry, if this is in business mode or professional mode, then you'll be able to see this dashboard. If your account is not in professional mode, then you will have to go and edit that in your settings. But once you do have that, my analytics are not good right now, but this is how you can see. You click on that and it'll tell you what's going on. Right now, my rates are low, which is telling me, for me, it's the beginning of the week. I kind of expected that. But for me now, I need to work on, okay, getting that back up. How can I do that? And it actually will tell you what to do. It will say, post on your story, go live, share a reel. And one by one, you're going to achieve these, and then you're going to grow your Facebook. And it literally is like homework. And once you get it done, you're going to be growing to a point where you can even monetize your social media just by you posting your business, right? It's basically the kind of like an influencer gets paid. And you have complete control over that. So if you want to just be a small, just get the monetization, or even if you want to take it a step further and seriously become a travel influencer, and get paid with your bookings, with your team, and with social media, you have full capability to do that. That's what a lot of us go for. I feel like there's some who definitely do. I'm trying to think of their Instagrams right now. But the next step is to just start simple. This is what I have to tell myself all the time. Charles Lee says, keep it simple, stupid. It's like just the KISS abbreviation. So master one platform at a time. For me, I started with Instagram, uh, and I knew that there was a lot of growth on Facebook, but because I wasn't familiar with it, I was like, no, I'm just going to choose Instagram because that's what I'm most comfortable with. Once I felt that I've mastered Instagram, I started to do Facebook as well. And I was like, okay, let me balance both. But then after a while, for me to truly master Facebook, I've started to just dedicate time on Facebook. So going into the new year, I want to get back to both Instagram and Facebook. But my suggestion is master one platform at a time because each platform is going to work differently. As you're thinking about what to post on social media, identify your branding. Think about who you are, what do you want to be the local expert of? What do you want people to think of when they think of Jessica or when they think of Kristen? Now, you don't have to take this so far and be a sales bot, but for example, for me, before becoming a travel agent, I did the Disney College experience, and now I mostly market a lot of Disney. Even though most of my clientele are cruisers, I market a lot of Disney, a lot of honeymoons, destination weddings. So that's what I want people to think of. Like if they're out and about and they see a Disney thing, I want them to think of me. Or about booking a cruise, booking a honeymoon. I want them to automatically think of me because of all of my marketing that I'm doing. Then, lastly, for business owners, remember that progress over perfection and that consistency is better than perfectionism. So even if, maybe in the beginning, there's not much business going on. Curate that business, attend a training, learn something from that training, and then push that for your marketing. And then from there, maybe eventually, because I'm talking about from both sides, I've been on both ends. From eventually, you're going to grow your business so much to where you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm a little bit overwhelmed. And you know what? I can only prioritize my time with my clients. I don't have time for social media right now. If that, like, you go just the minimal that you could do is talk about how you're working with a booking, working with a client with this Africa booking, or how you were checking the services and you found an exclusive deal, right? Just those little consistencies, that's you just doing your normal job as a travel agent, and then you're sharing it, and then you're going to get payoffs for it later. So as you grow, learn your market. You're going to learn maybe who you're pushing to. If your market's mostly maybe busy moms or maybe travelers, or maybe if it's not travelers at all and it's just busy people who are going about with their life to life, right? They wake up, they go to work, they come home, and then they plan their once a year vacation with their family. Know who your market is. That way you know who you're showcasing your values to. And then also don't be afraid to test new ideas and copy from the right cat. So this is something I'm going to dive into a little bit more with Canva as well. Where I get a lot of my ideas is literally as I'm scrolling on social media. I'm being intentional with it. So if I'm scrolling and I come across an ad, and perfect example, it was Halloween time. During Halloween time, I think it was Crumble Cookie. They posted something that was like, no tricks this week, just treats. And I was like, oh, wow, that got me to read it. And that's such a cute hook. So I literally took that and put that in my notes and saved it for later. Especially right now with the holidays, other businesses are going to be doing the same thing. Like even Disney alone, if we were to go into Disney's marketing resources, which I'll show at the end of this, they give captions for you to say, and they'll say something like gift the gift of a lifetime. So you can utilize that and copy the right cat for your posts. And that's going to just be basically, it's going to be like a good hook that gets people to be like, oh, wow, and it draws them in to understand what this post is going to be about to read more. Now, also as you grow, this kind of goes with don't be a silent agent. Share your passions, share your interests. That way, as you're being personable, you're not just being a spam bot. People can see that you're a real travel agent or that you're a real person and that you're passionate about your business or passionate about traveling with family, traveling for the holidays, right? Whatever it may be, don't be a silent agent. Share your passions and interests. That way, the right community is going to naturally just grow to you. And then it's, as I was saying earlier, a little bit too, remember to always check your analytics. You don't have to do it every day. I do it at least once a week. And then at the end of the month, I really plan everything. That way you can identify your gaps, your weak points, or where you're struggling. And then you can improve your community relationships from there. Now, what we're going to really dive into is I learned a lot of things from convention, and this is what I took home with me from convention, so I want to share it with you guys as well. There are three things people think before they buy from you, before they book with you, and this goes with any business. So, they need to know you, so they need to know who you are, right? They need to know, okay, you're a travel agent. Maybe you can even take it a step further and say and showcase that you're a travel agent specializing in this, right? They just need to know who you are. And then they need to like you and they need to trust you. That's how they're going to trust you to plan their vacation, right? They're going to want to have someone who's knowledgeable, someone who is the expert and knows exactly what they're talking about. With this, though, this is where you have to find the balance of not being a spam bot. So, a good suggestion is to alternate these few things. Write this down. This is something I'm always asked about, and I even have to write it down. So, things that you want to share is make sure that it's educational, personal, conversational, or inspirational. So instead of just posting mock booking after mock booking after mock booking, what I would do is I would maybe, if you're looking to grow more clientele, then I would post a mock booking. And right after that, I would post an educational content post. So if you made a mock booking about Disney, right, then the next post is going to be about choosing the right hotel stay. Okay. And then from there, maybe you can even do a conversational post. Maybe you can just simply ask, what's your favorite resort to stay at Disney? Or it doesn't even have to be Disney related, right? You did two business posts. Now your next post is going to be something simple, controversial, like, do you shop at Walmart or Target, right? Something that just builds your algorithm and people will see that you're a relatable person. Wow, I go to Target too. And from there in the comments, people will battle and say like, oh, Target, Walmart, and from there you'll grow your engagement. Along the way, of course, drop some like vendor insights, kind of what I was saying earlier, but like if you attend a training and you learn that cruises can status match, or that it's smarter to book the cruise excursions with the cruise line, then take that and showcase that for your social media. That way, people can recognize like they can rely on you for keeping them up to date on the latest news, or they can rely on you for being the travel expert to go to. Now this I put here with safe business posting, and this will kind of go back to Sharon. Before I went public or even just anything, this is part of your training guide. Um, Safe business posting means like, I don't know, you're not going on there and you're not trashing people or you're not talking about like very popular topics that you know probably are very controversial. You're not, of course, you could do whatever you like. That's the main beauty of being your own business owner. However, I think it would be smart as you're trying to grow communities, right? Don't post anything that's going to make someone look at you or be like, oh, make them second guess booking with you, essentially, is what I'm saying. So, safe business posting. And I think that really helps. Now, this is Instagram and Facebook. I'm going to dive into these two topics. This is where a lot of brain dumping is going to happen. So take all the screenshots if you need to, write down any notes if you need to. With Instagram. So remember, this is where I started to go. I like to think of Instagram as your business's storefront, right? That way, whenever people come onto your Instagram, they can clearly see who you are, what you kind of specialize in, and even down to like the same font usage, the same color branding, right? Just like Walmart, right? Walmart is blue, Target is red. I don't even know, Victoria's Secret is pink, right? So you want to start to identify your branding. For me, I put this as my business's storefront. So whenever people come across, they can just check out a few pictures. It's very clear to read that this is either, luxurious vacations, honeymoons, destination weddings, Disney insights. So the very first three posts that are on your page, I heard in a social media podcast that they should answer three things. They should answer who you are, and this should talk about your credentials, your passions, your experiences, and I did a Meet Your Travel Agent post right here. And this goes into some of that. And then after that, what you do. So that's kind of like your services, your specialties, what your previous clients have done. And then the third post is something like, why should they follow you? Why should they book with you? So here, this is where you could talk about how and what you can do to help them. So for example, if you know, based off of what we just reviewed, checking your analytics and seeing that your main followers and clientele is like 20 to 40-year-old women. Okay, you can probably guess that those are busy women or busy moms. So when you go to think about creating this post about, okay, who can I help? What can I help with? Or how can I help with? Then maybe that's something that you can include in here. I help busy moms, or I help honeymooners or newlyweds planning their honeymoon, right? Something like that. Now, with talking about each platform is different, this is where that's going to make sense a little bit. So with Instagram, each post means a different thing to the algorithm. So if you're looking for a far reach, right? If you're looking to reach more than just your followers, then look to post like a reel or a single photo. These are really good for easy hooks. It's going to get you good reach and it's going to be more likely to pop up on the For You page or people's feed. That way they can find your account. With your Instagram stories, this is great for your warm market. So I also heard in a social media podcast that your warm market or the people who watch your stories consistently, these are people who are just waiting to book something. They want to book something. They're thinking of you for their next vacation. Now they're just, okay, they're just waiting for something. So this is your warm market. This is how you can stay in a good communication with them by doing maybe travel trivia or like random polls. You can share affiliate links here. On Instagram, it's really cool because you can do like a bar, you can do some polls, you can do like a little just button. Just be interactive. And this kind of goes with the consistency. If you literally just do one thing a day, maybe you post on social media Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Tuesday and Thursday, just post something on your story and it's still consistency. Your algorithm is going to favor that. With carousel posts, these are my favorite. These are great for sharing informational content where you're doing like, a swipe through. As you are on Instagram, guys, also this is something that I love to do. As you're on Instagram, go into the feed. And in the feed, if you see any post that you like the layout of, you see it, maybe it's for a different business or for a different topic, and you want to try and utilize that for your travel business, then go ahead and save it. Like, for example, On my business page, I do this all the time. So my For You page is full of posts like this. There's a post right here that says, born to go to Disney, forced to go to work. I don't know if it's going to show up right here. But this is cute. So I could take this and maybe I could you make it my own post, right? And add a few different things or add a different picture and make it my own post. Or um sorry, I don't want to get off track there. But with carousel post, that's just where you can share a lot of information. And as you go on social media, if you see yourself scrolling through a carousel post, understand that they're trying to get you to learn something. They're trying to get you to read more, and you can take that to do the same thing. Now, perfect example, because that's exactly how I learned this, is how to talk to your community in each post. So on Facebook or Instagram, I keep mentioning that I listen to a lot of social media podcasts. I found them from Instagram. These are social media managers who went to college for this. They charge just like how we have professional service fees. They have service fees, and this is what they do. So we're experts in travel industry. They're experts in social media management. I suggest finding some on Instagram and following them because they're going to give tons of insights. And even on some of their posts, like their posts will say something like how to gain your insights. And when you click on that post, it's going to be a carousel, exactly as I just talked about, giving you step-by-step guide how to get insights. And you're going to do the same thing for your business. I'm going to show a few examples soon. So the goal with your Instagram page is to grow a loyal following. That way, people are saving your post and they're finding it informational. They're like, okay, I want to save this for later, or that they come back to your page, or that they look forward to your post, right? And whenever you do post, they're familiar with you. They know what to expect from you. I'm going to show you some examples with Instagram, but I'm going to touch upon Facebook as well. Facebook, this is going to be how I think of it. I think of it as like this is your community. This is your tighter community. That way you can be closer to share updates and be more personal with. So the goal with Facebook is to become the local expert or the local travel expert. Whenever someone comes across your page, so you want to be able to show that they can tell that you're a travel agent or tell that you're a real person. So you don't have to sound like a salesperson all the time. Just whenever you come across your page, okay, can they tell that you're a travel agent? Can they see that you are knowledgeable in your field of work? Not just by being a salesperson, but are you relatable, right? Being Everyone has a family, spend time with family. Maybe for the holidays are coming up. Perfect timing. Christmas, you're doing a Christmas dinner or you're going out to church with your Christmas family. Post that on social media, or you're going to a soccer game, right? Things like that. That is making you relatable on top of your travel business. This is what is going to make people say, okay, well, why should I follow you, right? They don't want to just follow a salesman. Maybe if they know for sure that you are the expert, right? They want to learn from you. But why should they follow you? You're the expert for all the travel news, updates, deals, services, and you're also showing that you're a real person, a real small business owner. So they're gonna want to support that and follow that and be able to book with you in the future to have that personalized travel agent services. With Facebook, you want to have a strong bio, just like with Instagram. In my bio, I say I turn dreams into destinations and add magic to Disney adventures. And then I include Disney wedding specialist. With your bio, it can be a little bit minimal, but I learned a few tactics with social media podcasts again. With this, you want to kind of answer the three things that your first three posts on Instagram should answer. Who are you? What do you do? How can you help? Who can you help? Things like this. So even just this short little bio, it's not much, but you know that essentially taking a look at my page, I'm a travel agent. I turn dreams into destinations. I maybe specialize in Disney, and then they're going to scroll more to find out more. Hopefully. With Facebook, it's great because you can do lives. So Facebook lives are awesome because it's going to help with your growth. People like to see visual content or storytelling content. So that's going to help with your growth. I'm actually going live for the very first time today on Facebook. So I'm excited to see how that's going to help my analytics. And then it's also, Facebook is good because you're growing that community, so be interactive with that community. You're going to want to post in groups. You're going to want to introduce yourself to your local community groups, or maybe it's not even a local community. Maybe you just have a liking for for all things Disney or all things crocheting, something like that. You join that group and you're going to be building a community within another community. You can also post polls. Your stories is going to be the same as Instagram. It's your warm market, good for affiliate links, and good for you to be interactive. Now, Facebook is really awesome because this is Instagram, you can be monetized as well, but I feel like Facebook is a bit easier because it literally gives you the step-by-step guides when you click on this dashboard link right here. There's a tactic that I want to kind of go off topic a bit. When you go on Facebook, I learned this from Nina's network marketing training. As you're on Facebook, there may be groups that you're in that are not travel related. So yes, majority of the time you want to be the local expert talking travel, being giving them information, educational post. But then the other time you want to be personable, relatable. So there's groups that I'm in that are not travel related. For example, I'm in this one group called Forever Fall and Halloween, or a SpongeBob memes group, right? Whenever you're gonna post in these groups. And yes, in some of these groups, like if it's a local community, like my township, I'm gonna introduce myself as a travel agent. That way I can grow my community. But in groups like these, you're just gonna be posting something that you know is gonna get engagement or is gonna get likes. That way, whenever you post something, like I'm going to use an example. I do this at least every other week. I would like to do it more at least once a week because it's easy way to grow your Facebook. I found this one meme and it's like those Halloween cookies, right? The Pillsbury ones. And I put it into this Forever Fall and Halloween group, and I said, me, when I see them Halloween cookies. It's a very simple meme that's nothing really travel related, and it's kind of like, okay. But it got 2K likes. So with all of these likes, all these people who liked, I can literally just click on it and I can go down and invite each of these people. It's already done. I already did it. But each of these people to my page. And when they come across my page, they're going to see that I'm a travel agent, that I specialize in Disney vacations, cruises, honeymoons, right? I post a little bit relatable things. They're going to follow me, exactly what we were just talking about for setting up your social media. And this is a good tactic to do however often you want, honestly, but I think I like to do it once a week. That way, each week you're just consistently growing your social media with a random post that people are engaging with and liking, and you're getting a whole different base of people coming to your page to follow you and see your services and potentially book with you. Now, okay, step one was understanding the basics of social media and learning some tactics and some tricks. Now, step two, oh, before I get into steps two, let me check out the chat for any questions. Um, is there any YouTube as well, or you found them on Instagram only and they post specifically on Instagram? That is a good question, Angeline. I actually have seen, like, I've looked up some things on YouTube, like about content planning and social media management. There definitely is some YouTube videos out there that I learned from, but I mostly found them on Instagram. And then I learned that they had a podcast as well. So they're kind of all over the place. I know some travel agents also learn from magazines, but just yes, our trainings are awesome, but where a lot of us get our resources and how we grow our businesses, don't be afraid to utilize other resources as well. Like travel is everywhere. Everyone travels. So touch upon that and become the master with that. Are you able to provide some of the social media experts you follow and find helpful? Yes. Let me, once I get to the end of this, I will share a case that remind me again, Narraine. Thank you. Um, for step two, social content planning. These are a few things that I learned from convention as well, and this is what I've taken, and this is what I do every month, maybe even every week. So the octopus theory, okay? This is for if you're ever feeling like I don't know what to post on social media. I just don't know what to post on social media. So this is where I do the octopus theory, okay? What do I want to, I think first, what do I want to talk about this week? What do I need to talk about this week? Or just this month, etc. For example, with the octopus theory, you're going to have a main topic, which is going to be the head of the octopus. And then from there, you're going to have like 8 different legs with subtopics. And from there, you can even go into even more subtopics too. For example, we'll do Disney World. You can even It doesn't have to be travel related. It could simply be something like summer or the holidays coming up, right? And then branch off of that. So I just did it travel related because I'm trying to create content for travel. So if I'm thinking of what to post, okay, I know I specialize in Disney. So let me think what I could post about Disney World. All right. First leg, Walt Disney World Resorts. From there, I could do a subcategory and create 5 different contents about value resorts, moderate resorts, deluxe resorts, transportation to the resorts, etc. Another leg is Walt Disney World dining. Maybe I can go into character dining, luxury dining, dining for adults, etc. Another leg is the Walt Disney World parks. Talk about the different parks, talk about the rides in each parks, some secret tips in each parks, etc. And from here, see how I'm literally just brain dumping a whole bunch of content posts that I'm brain dumping, brain dumping. Now I can look back and say, okay, now I have to curate this, and then which is going to be the next step. But another example. Maybe you're specializing in honeymoons or cruises, or maybe you can even utilize this for the team building side of the business. Talking about becoming a travel agent. So one side is the freedom that we have as being a travel agent. Maybe another leg being why do people become a travel agent, right? To either get paid for their travels, to make a supplemental income, to replace their mainstream income, whatever it may be. Honeymoons, you can talk about destinations to go, luxury suites. With cruises, you could talk about West Coast departures, maybe different types of cruise lines, right? This is how I curate content. And literally, if I sat here and were to do a whole 5 hour day of just content, I bet I can plan out the whole 6 months in advance and then repeat it again the next 6 months later. So, while you're creating this octopus theory, okay, let me check in with you guys first. How are you guys feeling so far? Do you think this is also helpful? Do you think you can see yourself using the octopus theory and that this is helpful? Let me know where you guys are. Very, very helpful. Great idea. Okay. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you guys. I just want to make sure I wasn't rambling on too much. So the octopus theory, this is what I do all the time. And this is what I think, if you get anything out of this training, please take this. Um, the next thing is whenever I'm thinking of I'm creating content, it's usually in the beginning of the month, or maybe I reevaluate in the middle of the month. And I'll think about, all right, what's currently going on right now in the world, take advantage of the holidays, like for example, preparing for Halloween with those Halloween slogans or with those Halloween travels. For now, yes, the holidays are coming up right out around the corner, and that's definitely going to be what I'm going to be marketing on heavily the next few months. But even think after that, right? Think about Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day this year is going to be on a weekend. So booking early is always the best way to get best flexibility. Showcase that. Thinking about spring break, right? I know we're not even at Thanksgiving break for the college kids, but spring break is going to be the next big thing. And you can start planning ahead for families who want to go on those vacations, etc. As you are doing all of this, right? You're hearing a slogan, or if you see an advertisement on TV and you're like, wow, that was really good. Take it and tweak it to travel. And then that's how you're going to showcase your value and expertise in your content posts, right? So sometimes you're posting a deal, you're showcasing our exclusive savings. And in the content post, this is where you're really going to showcase your value and why people should book with you or entrust you with their vacations. You can use current trends, today's news, updates. Something that I like to do, I keep referencing to Disney because that's just what's so easy for me. But it's with all niches of travel, with Mexico travel, with cruise travel. The travel industry is full of changing things, and that's why travel agents are so useful. But there's always going to be something new to learn. There's always going to be a new ship coming out, a new thing coming out. So dive into all those magazines, into those podcasts, into those Facebook pages. For me, I love this one YouTuber on YouTube. I watch her religiously. That's where I get a lot of my Disney insights. So dive into that, and that way you can become your local expert. This is a photo, real quick, of what my brainstorming looks like. If you've ever attended my Schedule Your Week for Success training on Sundays, that's what I essentially kind of do. I lay out the month, the week, and then I think about what I want to post for the month. So for Monday, or this November, I'm trying something new. I've been doing Magical Mondays, and that's just kind of my thing. Like I like Magical Mondays, but I was thinking to touch upon more. So I want to do like Cruise Day Tuesdays, And then on Wednesdays, I usually do destination wedding spotlights. So I'm going to keep that on Wednesdays. Thursday, I'm going to talk about either travel deals or team building. Friday, this month I'm doing Festive Friday. I'm gonna be showcasing my old experiences while being at Disney World in like during the holidays, so I can showcase that. Festive Fridays. Saturdays, I want to post more instant commission bookings. So Saturday savings or Sunday savings is going to be me posting instant commission bookings. And boom, with me laying out this content, not only am I one, the main goal is growing my social media, growing my algorithm, growing my page, but then I'm also growing my business. I'm growing my bookings as I consistently post every Sunday. My followers are going to know, hey, if I'm looking to travel, maybe I'll see a Sunday savings from Victoria. Or on Wednesday, if I have any right now my feed is full of people who are either getting engaged or going through life together. So every Wednesday, even if I know that they're maybe not at that stage right now, every Wednesday I'm consistently posting destination wedding spotlights. That way, as they continue seeing this, and whenever it is time for someone to uh get married or go on a honeymoon or even think about a destination wedding, they already know, oh, well, Victoria posts destination weddings on Wednesdays. I'm becoming that local expert. And for you to do the same as well. Now, with social media, the last step, okay, the first step was understanding how social media works, choosing your platform that you're going to grow on. Step two was content planning, brain dumping. Now, step three is actually curating the content and then scheduling the post. So, I'm going to showcase you guys my Instagram real quick, my Facebook, and then I'm also going to go into Canva. That way I can put together something really quickly and show you how to schedule that way, this is also what I'm trying to get better at, is that way you can schedule ahead of time. And as you schedule ahead of time, if you can get the whole week in advance, that's great. That means for this whole week, you don't have to worry about any marketing. You can just wake up, start your day if you're working with any clients, with your clients, and then boom, you don't have to worry about any marketing because you've already taken care of it in one day. So it's mostly going to be, yes, marketing, figuring out what to market, what to post about. But what's really important is staying consistent, going back to their basics. Remember, everyone starts at zero. Stay consistent. Don't be a silent travel agent and grow your value or showcase your value. Advocate for yourself. Don't be afraid to market yourself 5 times a week because you are the only one who is going to essentially market for yourself. So if you're going to market 5 days out of the week, add in there some personal posts. That way you're really growing and it's not just being a sales bot. Now, let me show you before I go into Instagram. This is some posts that I've created I want to touch upon. These are just some good examples of random layouts I found on Canva, and then I created it to be travel agent related. So I found a post on Canva saying something like um, benefits of buying a home instead of renting a home, right? So it's a real estate. I type that into the search bar. That's what pops up. Benefits of buying a home instead of renting a home. Okay, I liked that layout and I changed it to benefits of staying at a Walt Disney World resort in 2025. And then I easily listed out the things. I saw a post that was like search bar like this, and it was something like answering your salon related questions, right? So using salon as an example. I took that and I utilized that for honeymoons, right? Answering your honeymoon questions, honeymoon budget, honeymoon destinations. And when this is a carousel post, so this is a perfect example of a carousel post. When people click on this, they're reading through it. Uh, Another one, our top 10 favorite all-inclusive resorts. This is just giving them insights and knowledgeable information. This post did really good with people saving at the end. And then this post like what can travel agents do for you? Or I don't need a travel agent until dot dot dot, like posts like that. This is going to showcase your value and your services for people to book with you. So I'm going to show you guys real quick what I do on Canva. First, let me showcase my Instagram real quick. That way, everything that we just talked about, this can kind of start to make sense. On my Instagram, all of these highlights right here, it has the same font, matches all of my brand colors. They're organized. That way, if you wanted to read about us, upcoming travels, I had a blog that I want to start back up again. I attach all of my blog posts here. But this is what my Instagram looks like. So whenever you come across here, you can instantly see, okay, there's a lot of Disney stuff. There's even some destination weddings. So, and as people actually begin to look into it, okay, wow, destination wedding venue spotlight. Okay, or more people need to know about this Disney World Resort Park. New itineraries, client testimonial, right? So I feel like this is giving a lot of value, and it's not just mock booking, mock booking. Because there was a time, let me scroll down. There was a time where I was like that. Remember, we all start at zero. So although my pages may look really, I am really proud of them now. It started with differences, and along the way, it's always going to be tweaking, improving. So literally, this is what I was saying. I did a mock booking content post. Then I did a reel. Then I did a mock booking. And then I did a reel and did a mock booking. A real mock booking, right? See, I did the same thing and I wasn't, yes, it was good and I was giving information to my clients. However, I wasn't much of really answering any of their questions, essentially, I don't think, right? It wasn't as interactive. And then I started to realize that. So then I made a post right here, the ultimate guide to choosing the best Disney World resort. And this was like my very first carousel. And I did a really deep dive into it. Maybe even a little bit too much of a deep dive into it. I want to redo this again and like do separate parts of it. So another example. This is the one I was showing you guys. This posted really good. This was one of the first ones I did when I first started. What can travel agents do for you? See, this is a carousel post. So people are coming across us and they may be like, what can a travel agent do for me? For real. First, save you a headache. Read a little bit about it. Save you money. Personal attention. Everything you need, right? So they can just quickly read through this and get information that they need. And that is a good carousel post. Now, I create these on Canva. This is another good one. Sorry, last one. Touching upon destination weddings, right? This is a thing I did where it's like pick your dream venue. So although I showcase venues every Wednesday, right? I thought that got a little bit repetitive, and I was like, okay, I need to do something a little bit different. Pick your dream venue. So I instead listed them like this. And the post got a lot more engagement than my other destination weddings one do. This one has 15 likes. Doesn't matter about the likes though. Remember what I said about that. Let's go to the insights. The insights here, let's see. It got 121 impressions. And now let's compare that to my normal posting of my other ones. My most recent venue spotlight. Let's see what this one got with insights. 82 impressions. So see, just by changing it a little bit, and by me checking this analytics, this is how I'm able to improve and grow with my social media. So very quickly, let me go on to Canva. Janella, if you are here, I did get your message. No worries. I'm going to reply after this meeting. But I'm going to go on Canva. And allow me to show you what I type into the templates real quick. A good idea that I have is getting like, see how on my Instagram I had a template for each mock booking, or I had the same template for each destination wedding spotlight. That made it really easy for me for whenever I am just trying to quickly curate content. And I know, okay, tomorrow's Wednesday and I need to post a destination wedding spotlight. I can just quickly go into my Canva, pull up that old template, create it with the new one, and I know it will look good on my social medias. So in the template section, Canva is literally a toolbox of creativity. Be creative with anything. If you're looking for services, you can start off with your search by literally putting services. And then as you're searching, you're probably going to see services for salon or services for real estate, services for makeup appointments, right? You might start to see things like this. And literally along the way, as I'm creating content, I'm saving things that I like. And as you click on it, I'm thinking about how I can create this for my travel agency. I might go down here, see if there's other layouts that I like. And then I'll go back up into the search bar. Maybe I'll do an about us. That's how I got the meet your travel agent idea. Right, so I'm seeing all these ideas. And I'm even going to go up here and let's say I'm going to find real estate because I'm an agent and real estate also has agents. So maybe they have some posts that talks about the agent in a nice layout. See, this is kind of what I did for my Meet Your Agent. This one, Any of these are great. And when you do, if you were to do your post like that, it's not only introducing yourself or maybe reintroducing yourself, you're showcasing yourself as the professional agent. Right now, I'm working on a testimonial. So I can type in testimonial, maybe a client review, salon review. And as I'm in those, as I'm looking all this up, I'm literally just looking at the layout that I like. And then I'm curating it with my brand colors, my font, my travel photos, and then I'm taking it and uploading it to social media. Which version of Canva? I do have Canva Pro. I do love it very, very, very much. I do think it's worth it. I say that because I think it's worth it. It unlocks a lot and it saves a lot of time because before having Canva Pro, I would go in there and I would take things from the paid ones and try and use it. But it just didn't work out. So I'm going to, just for quick time purposes, all right, I'm going to take this post. This is a post I'm working on. My clients came home from a vacation. They gave me a testimonial. So I'm working on a layout for that testimonial. I'm hoping to get this posted. I was actually thinking next week, but just for time purposes, imagine that this is a content post that I was curating, okay? And it's ready to be posted. This is a client testimonial. So the purpose of this post is to showcase my experience, showcase my clients' travels. I put the testimonial here, or let's say figuratively I did. And now I'm going to schedule this for my social media. I want to be able to show you guys this before time run off. So sorry if I'm trying to cram everything in now. But I want to make sure you guys know how to schedule your post. That way you know, all right, step one, step two, content brain dumping. And now that you know how to brain dump content, you can take that and schedule it all ahead of time. That way you're just focusing more on your business. Let me go here. Okay, save that. Now I'm gonna download this and I'm gonna go to Facebook. And I'm going to go to my business page, load, load, load. Okay. Now for my business page, I'm gonna go over here to my business suite. And this is how you're going to schedule your content. So if I can also say my personal page, if you guys take a look at my personal page, that is where I've been growing really good with my consistency. This month, I am trying to slowly unlock my Instagram again and my Facebook business page. That way it's all consistent. So I'm posting in the morning a personal or motivational post. And then in the afternoon, it's my business post that I'm curating right now. I'm going to share that onto my personal page after this is posted to my Facebook and Instagram business pages. And then late at night, I might post something like, oh, watching a show or watching a new movie that just came out. Something like that. That way I'm squashing it's business, I'm personable, and I'm creating a community. Sorry, I'm trying to get this over here, guys. Okay. So this is where you're going to schedule your content. You're going to add in your photo. And on here with your business suite, I like it because you can add it to Facebook and Instagram. So on Canva, sorry, I know we're running quickly on time, but there was one more thing I did want to show you guys. This is how I brain dump my Instagram planning as well. I essentially have if you go on Canva and if you type in Instagram feed, they will have a layout of Instagram feeds. That way, as you're creating your content, you can go in here and make sure that your Instagram is going to look nice before you post it. That's totally an extra step. You do not have to do that, but that's just kind of what I do. And I wanted to showcase that real quick too. Here we go. So this is Instagram feed. You literally type it on the Canva and it will pull up a layout that's Instagram feed. So whenever I make a content post, I come in here and I put it in here first. That way I know it looks good on my Instagram layout. So I made that post. Let's say this post that I'm working on, the client testimonial. I'm uploading it to my business suite. That way I can schedule it. I have the option to add it to my Instagram. If I don't want it to, then I can just click this. It'll undo it. I can automatically share it into groups if I wanted to as well. Here, I'm going to put my caption. I don't have a caption curated right now, but off the top of my head, I'm thinking, okay, I want to post this towards the end of November. I want to do maybe something thankful for our lovely clients, right? And I'm probably going to put like the turkey emoji, the fall emoji, add a little bit of a caption here. And right here is where you can schedule. So I know I'm not going to get to this until a little bit later. So I'm going to schedule this for later in the months. Let's do a Thursday. Let's do Thanksgiving. That I don't know if that's a good idea. I'll do the day before Thanksgiving. That way on Thanksgiving, I can make a happy Thanksgiving post. Now I'm going to schedule this for, let's say, 3 o'clock. Boom, get that scheduled. And then that way, as I continue to get posts scheduled, remember, Mondays are magical Mondays. Tuesdays are cruise day Tuesdays. Wednesdays are Wednesday destination weddings, right? As I can get the whole week scheduled, that's my marketing literally just working for itself, my business working for itself while I'm doing other things with clients and whatever it is. Whew, I know we covered a lot so far in the last few hours, or yeah, not few hours, but we covered a lot today. Did you guys have any questions with social media or anything from this training that I can kind of help with? How are you guys feeling? Are you guys ready to brainstorm some content? Sharon asks, do you have your own agency or are you with others? So I'm here with Archer. We are all Archer travel agents. That is our host agency. But as independent travel agents, we're marketing ourselves. So you may notice that in all of my posts, I don't mention anything about Archer or that is not needed to be known by my clientele. They just need to know that my business, I'm an independent contractor. My business is Harper Adventures Travel Agency. Very similar. We all have our own travel agency. So like Krista is Travel by Tilly's, it's Perla's is Perlux Travels. You're going to create your own travel agency, your own business values, your own identifying your brand, right? And that is what you're going to be able to showcase and grow your business with. Thank you, Ashlyn. Absolutely, please. I love your work on Instagram, by the way. I'm kind of stepping aside from Instagram and I'm ready to come back. So thank you for keeping me on my toes. Can you please explain the differences between post impressions and post reach? Do you recommend paying to boost your post? Good question. So I've never paid to boost my post. I'm not really sure to add in if it's helpful or not. I have thought about it, but I haven't. I would try the free ways first, which is making your post and then sharing it into 5 to 10 Facebook groups. That way, as you're sharing it into each group, right? Each group has maybe 50,000 people in it. You're sharing it to that group. That way, it gets more reach. So post impressions, from my understanding, post impressions is people who click to read more. They're clicking if there's a link. They're actively engaging on your current post. And then the post reach is just how many people it's come across on their feed. So, for example, the post reach may be like 300. That means your post got to 300 people's feed, but maybe only 260 people actually clicked on it to read it. Samantha asked, tons of great info. Is there any way we can get a copy of the recording so we can reference it? Yes, absolutely, Samantha. I am going to be uploading this recording to my YouTube. Let me drop that into the chat box here real quick. I want to remind you, yes, thank you very much, Erin. So on Instagram, guys, that's where I mostly follow. For Facebook, YouTube, this is my real secret, okay? Disney Food Blog. I've been a fan of them for years, even before becoming a travel agent. That's where I learned everything. As you can see, it's the first thing that pops up. I've learned everything from Disney Food Blog. So that's who I usually follow. And then, sorry, I'm trying to find my account here. On Instagram, I go to, what is her name? There's other travel agencies who I follow. So, for example, there's one that says Emily Loves Vacation, or any like this is as you're going to engage in groups, right? You're going to have your own For You page and see, but I see other travel agents that I I can learn from and I like how they post. So I engage with them. And I learn from them. And from there, you'll typically find social media managers in their comments as well. You can type in social media manager on Instagram. This is one that I really like. Her name is the Travel Agent Collective, and she posts a lot of good insights. As you are on social media, you'll find them as well. Let me drop this in here. But I know this was at the end of our training. If you guys want us to do another Master Your Marketing training again, please let me know. I'm going to share this into the Facebook group. If you guys can leave some comments, letting everyone know that this was helpful, and then I'll be able to host another training to where we can do even another deep dive, and that way everyone can start comfortably growing on social media and having fun with it. Of course, you are so welcome, guys. Thank you very much for attending today's training, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Or next week, we're going to have another Monday training, so you'll see me again in another training. Bye, guys. Have a good day.